Yeah, by now you would have got an idea of about what physics actually is. Next, we are going to see the measurement of systems. So, by now you would have got an idea that physics is used in various fields like light, sound, electricity, thermodynamics, that is your heat. As I told you an example, no cooking. For cooking your food daily, you need the transfer of heat from one hot object to another colder object. So, wherever we see it is just physics. Though physics is a very interesting subject, it is based on concepts, it is based on principles, and it is based on laws. We are using mathematical analysis for proving it. So, in order to do the calculation, we are going to give a standard system of units for measuring the physical quantities. So, what is a unit first of all? If I wanted to measure a distance when I draw a line, okay, so when I draw a line, this is a line, this is point A and this is point B. If I wanted to measure the distance between these 2 points, I wanted a standard unit or a standard ruler or a standard scale. I can even measure the distance by using my hand span or my foot span or using a meter tape or whatever I wish so. But people all over the world should follow a universal method of measuring, because in India we might be using scales and rulers or measuring tapes for measurement, whereas in America or any other country they might be having a different method of measuring. So people thought that in all over the world universally there should be one basic set of units should be followed for measuring the distance. Okay, so that is what we are going to deal today. So that lead to the development of SI units universally. SI, it is nothing but a system of unit which was used worldwidely by all the people wherever you go. If you are going to measure the length of an object, it is always in meters. If you are going to weigh the mass of an object, it is always going to be in kilogram, whether it is India or China or America or Antarctica. Universal system. So they in 1960 the French system of units, they found the SI unit. S stands for system and I international. SI in the sense it is international system of units. So from 1960 this system of measurement is used universally. So mass, whenever we take an example like the mass of a stone, rolling stone, or the mass of a rice bag, or whatever examples we consider, whenever it is mass, the standard unit is kg, kilogram. Length, the length of a thread, the length of the notebook, the length of the desk, whatever the measurements it is in length, it is in the standard unit for it is in meter. Time, we know that the other units for time are like seconds, minutes, hour, day, month, week, year, light year. There are so many other units also. Yes or no? See, yes or no, children? So, but we are following only one standard unit throughout the world. So, for time it is seconds. For length we have meter, centimeter scale, and the kilometer. But we have to use it properly. For a small scale measurement we can use it as meter. But if I consider the very large scale of measurement, for example, the your roadways, the roadways are usually measured in kilometers. If I go and apply that, no, this is the standard method that the length is always in meter, it is not accepted. For small scales the standard unit of measuring the length is in meter, and for large scale measurement of length it is in kilometer. Electric current, electricity, the whenever I switch on the uh, fan, it rotates. It is because of the current flow over there. So the current, electric current, electricity is usually measured in ampere. It is the name of the person who found electricity, and hence the name of the unit also is ampere. Temperature, I told you, right, if you are feeling sick, the doctor immediately uses a thermometer to measure your body temperature. Whenever I touch a hot vessel and if I wanted to know the temperature of it, I use a thermometer and I measure it. Okay, so the temperatures are also measured in various other units like Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. But the standard unit of temperature is usually expressed in Kelvin. Kelvin is used for large scale measurements. If I wanted to tell the temperature of the sun, it is a very hot object or a hot body. So that time I cannot use it or measure it in Celsius scale or Fahrenheit scale. Kelvin is used for large scale measurements of temperature, whereas Celsius is measured for small scale temperature scale, for our body temperature or the water boiling, the boiled water's temperature. If I wanted to know, all these things can be measured in Celsius scale. So this system is used as a universal system, and it doesn't mean that this is always fixed. It also has some exceptions. That is what I told you, right? For small scale and the large scale variations are accepted in this system. Okay, this is not the first system introduced by the global organization, but there are so many other systems of unit which were all present previously, and after so many updation and revisions, finally we got our unit system. The other three systems which were present initially were FPS, CGS, and MKS. These names are obtained from the first letter of the physical quantities. So in the FPS system, the length is usually measured in foot. Mass of an object is measured in pound and time is measured in second. So the first letters FPS, and hence the system gets the name as FPS. And the next system is CGS. In CGS system, the standard unit of length was centimeter. Now whereas in SI unit system we had as meter, but in CGS the older versions of unit measurements are all these. So they were all revised again and again, and finally at the end of that revision only we got the SI unit, and that is what till date we are following it. These are all the ancient time system of units which were used initially. So again, in CGS system, the mass is measured in gram and the time is measured in second. MKS system. In the MKS system, the length is measured as meter, standard unit of mass was kilogram, and the standard unit of time was second. Okay children, so these were all the initially present systems of unit which are all not used now because we have our SI system being practiced nowadays. So you need to keep these five quantities unit in your mind always, because these five are your basic physical quantities. When I mean it as physical quantities, they are nothing but the terms, that is your major criteria which you are going to consider for your next discussions. Okay, and CGS system, as I told you already, it is on your as I told you already, these are going to follow the C means centimeter, G gram, and S. So let us consider now. For the mass in CGS system, the unit is in gram. For the time, thus in CGS system, the unit is in seconds. For area, you know what is area? Area we usually calculate it for a two-dimensional object. When I tell it as a square or a rectangular box, it has a two dimensional, that is one is L and one is breadth. Two dimensions are present there. So I usually measure the standard unit of measuring my length in Cgs system is in centimeter, and for breadth is also centimeter. So centimeter into centimeter. What is area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is equal to area of a rectangle is equal to L into B. Sorry for the interruption. And so here we are going to use the standard unit. For length it is centimeter, into breadth also it is centimeter. So centimeter into centimeter becomes as centimeter square. So next, what is volume? Volume is nothing but you use it for a three-dimensional object. Take the example of your room in which you are sitting. You have or you consider a cube or a cuboid. You have three dimensions: length, breadth, and height. So length in Cgs system, its unit is in centimeter. Breadth, it is also in centimeter. Height, it is also in centimeter. What is the volume of a rectangle? Volume of a rectangle, mathematical formula, children, these are all L into B into H. So when I multiply the physical quantities, I also multiply their units to find out the unit of a volume. So centimeter into centimeter becomes as centimeter cube. Centimeter to the power 3 in the sense it is repeated thrice. Centimeter power to the power 2 in the sense it is repeated twice. Okay. So I hope you are all clear with the CGS system and the SI system of units. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me. Please do clearly listen to the video again and again. So today's homework, I want you all to write for this 5 basic physical quantities in the SI system and the CGS system. So you just put a tabular column like this. Physical quantities here. First column physical quantity. Next column its corresponding SI units. And the last column its corresponding CGS units. And then post it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you, children. If you have any doubt, you can contact me later on.